Move to Bellingham, they said. It'll be fun, they said. You'll love all the snow, they said. I promise, that's the last snow of the year, they said. Look, it's almost March, they said. Look at how warm it's getting, they said. Oops, there are going to be a few flurries, they said, but nothing that's going to stick, they said. But hey, at least I'm not as salty about this as y'all are about Link summoning. What's up, my Yugi Bros? I'm your host, the one, the only, the RJB0. Welcome to Unpopular Opinion Puffin Mondays. Oh yeah, I'm bringing that back. And just in time for Link summoning. So all my favorite decks suck now. And that's not great. I was really excited about the whole Magician Pendulum thing. That was like my favorite deck I've seen come out in ages. Wait a minute. Never mind, Link summoning's great. For those of you who do not know, the rules are going to be changing as of the release of Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains? Is that like a zombies reference? Virtual Brains. That's what we're going to be eating for breakfast. No, as of the new series, we are going to have some rule changes, and they involve the new mechanic known as Link summoning. For those of you not already familiar with the mechanic, I will link you a article from the Yugi organization down in the description below. I want to talk about it today because I feel like we've had a lot of reaction to the subject, and I think that a lot of it has been valid. There are very valid feelings about the fact that Konami has essentially nerfed every deck in history by doing this, and of course forced us to, buy all of the new Link summon cards, Link monsters, whatever. And that is an obvious power play. I am not going to downplay the fact that Konami clearly did that just to, find a way to get more money. But I will deny that it is a unilaterally bad thing for the game, which is what a lot of people are saying. I personally actually think that it's probably going to be pretty great for gameplay. And gameplay for me is really what I care about. I'm going to be doing a video in the near future about how I really honestly do not care about diversity in a format. I just want my games to be good. And from that perspective, I think that Link summoning and the Link mechanic and all the new rules that come along with it are actually pretty great things. The reason why is because I believe that Yu-Gi-Oh! At its best is a game where pace and resources are in tension with each other, and the person who wins is going to be the person who makes the best compromise between the need for a fast pace in your deck and the need to gather resources. As it is in the game, pace and resources right now are linked together, so to speak. But with this new mechanic, players who want to utilize their extra deck to its fullest are going to have to make more decisions between resources and pace, because you actually have to give up resources in order to get Link monsters, which you need in order to have a faster paced deck. I think that's pretty great. And I think that the evidence, at least for my part, shows that this kind of format is really good for the game. I am, as you may know, a big fan of Dragon Rulers, and I am certainly warming up to Zoodiac, and I think that it's because these are two formats in which it is the epitome of two players struggling at the fastest that they can to get the resources that they need and to maintain better resources than their opponent. If Konami can both slow down the game and increase the importance of that decision making between resources and pace, I think that that's going to vastly improve gameplay, at least from the perspective of somebody who likes those two formats. I think that it's going to vastly increase skillfulness in the game, as we see in formats like Dragon Rulers and Zoodiac, where better players tend to win out, but without the die roll effect, such that players who are better are less likely to lose simply because they lost the first turn advantage. There is, I must admit, the possibility that the Link summon mechanic is going to increase first turn advantage, because the first player to get a Link summon will get the opportunity to choose which zones their monsters get to go in, and will be more able to summon extra deck monsters in the future. But overall, I think that this is going to slow down the pace of the game a lot, and I think that that's great for the game. What I'm looking forward to is having a Yu-Gi-Oh! That is less of a make board break board game and more of a game that is about constant interaction and back and forth between the players, which is what I personally love. I know that there are a lot of players who don't like that, who like more combo-oriented things. Overall, I predict that in terms of gameplay, at the very least, if not deck building, this is going to be a great change for the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just going to be a very different Yu-Gi-Oh! From the one that we know and love, and that's probably the biggest downfall of Link Summoning, is that it just fundamentally changes the game. And while that's been true every time that Konami comes out with a new mechanic, this time is different because Pendulum monsters, Xyz monsters, Synchro monsters, all of those changed the things that you can do in the game just by increasing the number of mechanics that exist, but Link Summoning actually changes the way other mechanics work. So that is my take on Link Summoning. I hope you all liked this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. If you didn't, let me know why in the comment section below. Of course, subscribe for more decks, discussion, analysis, and general Yu-Gi-Oh! Shenanigans. Thank you all for watching. I am your host, the one, the only, the RJB0, and I got a jet. See y'all.